welcome back to my channel. How are you doing today? I hope you're doing well. Thank you for joining me here today. For those who are new to my channel, please subscribe, hit the notification bell. Also give my video a thumbs up. For those who are returning subscribers, welcome. Much love to you guys. Thank you for being here. Here's loyal supporters of my channel, and then also being part of my YouTube community. So for those who have been watching me for a while but have not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and subscribe. It's free. It doesn't cost a thing. And yeah, it'll help me out a lot. And yeah, hope you enjoy my content. So today, from the title and the thumbnail, you're probably wondering, okay, you're probably on here, you're trying to know more about how to dress for an interview. All right, so let's talk about that. So, and then that's also going with, you know, the makeup you wear as well. If you're female, this video is going to be mostly like female related ways of how you dress up, you know, for a job interview, and what to say, how to, you know, how to communicate, how to explain, to listen, you know, whenever you're at the interview. I know a lot of people, I know I've been there before, that I've had, you know, different problems where different, you know, had issues, you know, who have had issues, you know, at interviews, problems, because when they're not in front of the person that's interviewing them, they do so great. They do so well, you know, practicing what they want to say, you know, so, but then whenever you get to the person who's interviewing you, you freeze up. And that's just normal. That's normal. So first off, I did want to show you the makeup that I wore today. So today, it's already the end of the day. So the foundation that I wore today, it's not a very good long wearing foundation, and it's also not good for my type of skin, because I do have skin texture. So yeah, it's not a good type of foundation, but because it's in my panning project, I go ahead and I use that foundation. So as you can see, you know, my face looks a little greasy because it is. But let me just go over how, whenever you're needing to dress professional, you know, for business, you know, it's always qualified, always required, you know, that you dress business professional. So with that being said, business professional could mean dressing up like in the dress that I showed you here in this picture, or wearing slacks and a dressy blouse, you know, so that's business professional. And then you can wear heels or you can wear flats. So if I showed you pictures and examples of flats and heels and pants and shirts, this video will go on forever, okay? So I'm just letting you know just a little basic of, you know, what shoes would be appropriate for, you know, business professional attire. And that's what it is. You can just go to your nearest retail store, ask them, you know, that you're needing professional, you need a dress, you're getting ready to go to an interview, or even at the Workforce Solutions if you're unemployed, or if you're getting unemployment benefits, or even if you're just looking for a job and you go to the Workforce Solutions, you can ask the people there, hey, I need to know how I need to dress, you know, for a business professional interview. And they'll let you know what kind of dresses to wear, what kind of outfits to put on, what shoes to wear, so on and so forth. So I'm gonna just show you. So the number, so there are 3 things that employers look into whenever they come to the job interview. The first and foremost is your appearance. So the first is your appearance, and that is your face. Okay, because you are going to be the face of the company. So if you're the face of the company, they want to make sure that you're not wearing outlandish makeup. They don't want you having any kind of piercings, tattoos. They want you to look natural and in your best natural habitat environment. When I say habitat environment, I'm meaning the business habitat environment. If you notice, you know, men, you know, they wear their suits. Women are wearing pantsuits, or wearing skirt suits, dresses, you know, that type of attire. And if you notice, they don't wear hardly that much makeup. It's not outlandish. The kind of makeup I love to wear. If you're not new to my channel, you know, because if you're new to my channel, this is your first video watching, you know, I don't like to tone down my eye looks. I like dramatic. I like glam. You know, I like those type of eye looks. So this is what I did. So what I did is I just put on foundation, concealer, because I do have dark spots, freckles. I do have scars. Well, yeah, like scarring. And I do have I don't over exaggerate on my eyebrows. So what I did is I just used a brow gel tint, you know, a tinted brow gel. I use my Gimme Brow brow gel. I did not pencil them in. They're not colored in. They look as natural as possible. And then your eyeshadow, 2 colors, 3 colors the max. 2 colors is what I use today. So I use my lid shade and I also use my outer crease. So that's all I used. I didn't use anything else. And then for your eyeliner, you also want to do a more toned down eyeliner. I guess just the way that I have it. You don't want to have a wing. You know, I think winged eyeliners is what will attract too much of attention. I think it's too much more of like a glam type of eyeliner look if you add a wing to your eyeliner. I'm not wearing falsies. You can wear falsies. The natural ones are very nice to wear. I have natural lashes right now, and they're at a very good. My eyelashes are at a good length right now. But if you have like really small lashes, you know, just get yourself the naturalist lashes you can find, and your eyes will look natural. Will look very pretty, and it will attract. You want them to attract attention to your eyes, not to your makeup, not to your jewelry, not to the loud blouse you're wearing, nothing like that. You want them to attract to your eyes. You want people to attract. You want to attract people to your eyes. And this is not for everybody, because everybody, you know, has a certain feature on their face that will catch that person's attention the most. Like for me, is my smile. Because I do have a gap. So when I smile, that's the one thing they see, and that's going to attract their attention. So you want to tone down on the lipstick like how I have a really toned down lipstick. And then I did accentuate more on my eyes than I did on my lips, because I want them to concentrate mostly in my eyes. So that's another tip for you guys, you know, to keep in mind. And then you want to stay away from these big old dangling earrings, big old hoops. It all depends where you work at, because every place is different. You can wear hoops. Some places, you know, may not like you to wear exaggerative big hoops, and some places don't mind it, you know. So I just wore some simple, you know, fake faux pearl earrings, you know, nothing too big, nothing too small, just the right size for the occasion. Sorry, my camera's a little blurry. See, just the right size of studs. And the number one choice of earrings, you know, for businesses are really pearls. So, and necklaces. If you have a pearl necklace and pearl earrings, that's all you need. You don't need to put on the pearl rings. If you have a pearl ring, that's fine. One ring at the most for one finger, for one hand. If you want to use another one for the other hand, that's fine. But I think you're just getting too overboard if you're wearing bracelets and watches. I think a watch, a ring, some earrings, and, you know, some earring studs, you know, and a necklace would be fine. I think that would be very suitable as far as accessories go for a job interview, and even eventually when you start working for that company, because you know, that says a lot. When you go to the interview, they will, that's pretty much, if they want you to dress up, you know, with, you know, less makeup and not too many accessories for the job, then that's what you should expect when you on your first day of work, when they hire you on. That's the first thing, is the appearance, you know, which is your face. Okay, not so much your body. You can be, you know, you don't have to be a certain weight, you know, just as long as you are also wearing business attire. Like I had already mentioned earlier, that is your appearance. The next thing they look for is your communication. Are you able to communicate well with them? You know, are you able to answer their questions without saying and without thinking is fine. Just don't say and extend it out, because yeah, that's one thing that the employers will also notice. So saying is okay, but when you catch yourself the first time saying make sure you kind of hold back and restrain from saying I don't know why, but a lot of customers, you know, a lot of employers don't like, I just said it's because it's kind of like you're almost having to think about the answer that they're asking you in a very, you're actually showing them you're having trouble thinking about the answer for this question. And to them, they're like, okay, if they're not going to be able to grasp the concept of this question, they're not going to think of anything else. They're not going to, it just turns them off. It just pushes them away. It just, like, you know, they continue with the interview, but then that'll kind of, you know, brush them away from, that'll kind of like be like a turn off. In other words, will be a turn off to them if you keep saying I don't know. They don't want to hear answers like I don't know. They want to hear yes, no, and they want to hear an explanation. You know, they want you to justify your answer, you know. So, and don't say you know a lot either. You know is another phrase people use a lot. You know, and thinking too hard. You know, employers don't mind if you're thinking, but if you're thinking way too hard and as time is ticking, they're gonna want to conclude the interview right away. So that's another thing employers look at, is communication. So you want to be crisp and clear at what you say. You don't want to mumble. You want to be able to be loud. You want to be able to have them listen and hear to what you're saying. And before you speak, make sure you think of what you're going to say. Because because the first thing that comes out of your mouth, that's the impression you will leave them with. So if you think about it before you speak, it comes out a lot better. It comes out what you're trying to tell them, or what you're explaining to them will come out a lot better, and you'll think before it. So nails, they have to be well manicured. Okay, well manicured. I'm not saying go to the nail salon, get yourself a manicure, unless you're not manicure savvy and you need to go to the salon and get yourself a manicure. Yeah, fine. But having natural nails, a clear coat of nail polish, or if you do wear nail polish, make sure it's not a loud color. Make sure it's not something that is going to take away the attention, or it's going to distract the customer from your face, your mouth, your eyes. Don't allow your nails to be the center of attention. You know, so as long as your nails are clean, like mine are clean, there's no nail polish, they're natural, employers see that. You know, they're well groomed, no red Cheeto stains on there, no dirt inside the nail beds. Hygiene is another important thing. That's the third thing employers look at, is hygiene. They want to make sure that your hair is well maintained. They want to make sure that you look like you had taken a shower before you came to work. They want you to look sober. They want you to look like you're awake, that you're alert, that you're listening. They also want, they want to make sure that you don't give off any body odor, because you're going to be dealing with a lot of customers. So also your breath. You want to make sure you brush your teeth when you go to these interviews. Brush your teeth. Smile, even though you might have a crooked smile. You know, you don't, or even if you have straight teeth but you just have a gap like myself, just smile. You know, doesn't have to be a creepy smile. Like, no, smile. Not a fake smile, be genuine. And then if you're kind of like shy about smiling, I understand. I've been there, but I embraced it, and I smile. And what I did is I started off with like this, and then like this, and when you're really smiling, like this, and you're laughing, ha 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 ha. So don't be self-conscious. You want your teeth not to be so yellow or have stains, because even if your teeth are not as perfect or as straight as you want them to be, at least your teeth are not yellow, white, dingy, to where they're like, oh goodness gracious, you know, oh, you know, you do not want that. I mean, some people might genetically be born that way, might genetically or hereditary might have teeth that are not, you know, that it does, the amount of help in brushing their teeth may not help them, you know, because that's just how their teeth are, you know. No matter how long they brush, no matter how much they brush them or they floss their teeth, some people are just gonna have genetically bad teeth, you know. With it all depends on culture. It's culture as well. But as long as your breath does not smell and your teeth don't look like, you can tell whenever you have stains on your teeth because you smoke, you do tobacco, or you drink too many sodas or a lot of coffee in the mornings. Just make sure you brush your teeth. Take yourself, you know, always have yourself a little fanny pack, or in your purse a little bag, you know, a first aid kit as well, you know, in case you have like you know, in case they don't have first aid kits there, or they're out of band-aids, or whatever the case may be. You want, you know, you want to have all that, you know, readily available for you for whenever you need it, whenever you do your job. Those are the three main things that employers look at in a candidate whenever they interview. And also, of course, if you're qualified for the position, if you have, you know, the job experience that you have. So make sure you have a really good, impressive resume. I suggest that you go with your nearest workforce solutions and ask them to help you with your resume. Also, what else? Yes, that's pretty much the main. I'm not sure if I'm leaving anything off. If I am, leave your comments down below, you know, because I sometimes forget. When I'm there, I remember everything I need to do, you know, when it comes to an interview, you know, to leave an impression. I think the best impression is to actually have them remember you. Remember you from your face. Remember your face, you know, by leaving them with the impression of something that they never thought about, something that impressed them the most. So leave them with a good impression. It may be hard because some people may not have so many experiences that you know, that there's, you know, some might have very, very little experience in the work source, or out there in the workforce. Now, I have very little experience, but don't let that be something that, you know, don't underestimate that. Don't underestimate the very little knowledge that you have, because the very little knowledge that you have can make a big, deep impression on the employer that is interviewing you as well. You can also leave them an impression with any volunteer work you might have had, any foundations that you might have participated in, charity work, you know, at school, if you have like any certain kind of, you know, credentials, you know, from college, high school, like if you were in the marching band, or if you're a cheerleader, or if you were an honor roll student, or if you graduated with honors, that would also leave an impression of who you are, you know, someone that would remember you. Asking them questions also will leave a good impression of you to them whenever you go to a job interview. Asking them the questions that, you know, when you go to an interview, some people just may stay quiet, they just listen, they don't ask questions. But asking questions is the one thing that employers like to hear as well. So that would also leave an impression with them as well. So today I had a job interview. So this is a job interview update along with a little how to dress for success for an interview, you know, to land the job. Hopefully I landed the job. They did say they had two other candidates that they needed to interview. Like I said, when I went to the job fair, that company was at that job fair. The company that I went to the interview today was at the job fair. And when I went to, I want you to watch this video. And that video is, you know, me letting you know how the job fair was. There was a whole bunch of people, pack of people. Out of all those people, they have to choose. They said they're looking for 2 candidates. And then out of those 2 candidates, they're going to pick one. So they're going to really minimize all the people who they interviewed, and they're going to keep that one person. Can you believe that? All those people, and they're only going to choose one out of the hundreds and thousands of people that are looking for work right now. Unemployment rate is bad. It is high. Don't listen to what the news is saying. If the news is saying that unemployment rates are low, they're not low right now. They are high. Right now, unemployment is very high at the moment. So don't let any recording, when you call the unemployment office and there's recording that's saying because a very low number of unemployment, you know, unemployment rate, you know, we cannot extend your benefits. That's for if you want to extend your benefits, you know. But anyways, that's another story. So, but yes, so I just got them ready. You know, you saw the makeup I wore, you saw the outfit that I put on, and yeah, that's all I had to share with you guys. I'm happy. I had a really good outcome with this interview. I asked the right questions. I even gave them examples of, you know, whenever they asked me in certain situations of past history, work experience, I gave them, you know, my experiences that I've had in the past, you know, here I go, you know. So, you know, so also not only giving them examples of your work experience, but also letting them know your knowledge base. Also let them know what you can do, and also be open-minded to what they have to say to you. Because yes, every employer has a very important reason why they're hiring people. So make sure you're listening for that. Ask questions, you know, for any question, for when they're explaining something to you, or when they're talking to you about this important job that they're needing at this moment. Make sure you ask questions about what they're asking for, what they're looking for in an employee. So I like to say that my interview went well today. I just wanted to tell you guys, yay, I had an interview today and it went great. So thank you for joining me here today with this getting unready with me, and giving y'all little tips and advice on how to dress to impress for an interview and land a job, hopefully. So all my best regards to all of you guys who are unemployed, who are looking for work and have been unemployed for several months. As myself, there is a light at the end of the tunnel. There is, and I'm walking, living, breathing proof of that. So I'll let you know in another video how that goes, because like I said, they still had other candidates, I could even speak. They had other candidates that they need to interview before they make a decision. They might even bring in their own district manager or branch manager, I believe it was, for them to, I'm not sure if it's a branch manager or district manager, but I think they also wanted to see if they wanted to get in on the interview as well, do an interview, like a second interview. Also, another tip before I leave, do not ask them what the pay rate is at the first interview. Let the employer let you know what the pay rate is, okay? Don't ask them, because that is only asked at the second interview, and they do, the second interview is like the hiring process. So they're like, the second interview is already a thumbs up on the heads up on letting you know, okay, you got this job. So the second interview is whenever you do ask the question, but not before they explained everything to you, not before they talk to you about the job. They ask you questions and seeing your responses to their questions. They will let you know, what the job pays, and if you're interested in starting to work with them. And then that's how it is. So, but if they don't tell you, it's best to ask, okay? So I'll leave you with that, and I'll see you in my next video. I love you all. Have a great, wonderful day. Bye. Mwah.